and he goes over there on that side and he starts talking shit to my dad. So I immediately get up and I'm like, he's in this aisle and I'm this aisle right here. I'm in the first row. So I see him and I push him back. And then you can see in that video, he steps behind his bodyguards and stuff. And that's when he starts to get tough. You know, he starts yelling, he starts saying this and that. But like I'm saying, bro, like if he was so tough, why didn't he do nothing to me when I pushed him back when we were face to face? I had to go back behind his bodyguards to grow some balls. But you know what's funny too is he don't want to talk about me when he's sober. You know, he needs some Hennessy in him to grow the balls and talk about me.
When you see these guys out in public, what do? You say hi? You slap them five? What is it like? And then these fighters like Benavidez, you saw him out in public.
I don't
Like,
see him out in public.
If he was right there,
They don't be outside.
They don't be outside like that.
He be outside.
Yeah, for sure.
He be
And if
outside.
they see me,
But just saying,
they already
in case
know. Look,
you do see each
we
other.
not known. I'm not. Me and my twin brother not known for like, oh, you could just come up and just say what you want to say to, you know, me and my brother. You just, you know, it's smooth, get away with it. It'd probably be a fight right there. Like, but
Right.
we ain't finna like, you know, like talk about it. We don't gotta be like,
This is beautiful. I
man.
like that. As soon as you see that, then we
locked in. As soon
Yes.
as you-
Oh,
we
this
like,
is
you locked
beautiful. God, who you want to fight again?
man, I want to fight the best out there, the best in the world. Let's just get in there. We don't got too much longer. I'm 31 now.
The footage you guys see above is David Benavidez pushing Jermall Charlo after he saw Jermall Charlo fussing and cursing his father, Jose Benavidez Sr. Now, my whole thing, this is all good and dandy for promotion if they were actually gonna fight. But what is the point of Jermall Charlo barking if he's not willing to fight? So let me get this straight. Jermall Charlo wants to fight David Benavidez for free outside of the ring, but ironically, he doesn't want to fight David Benavidez in the ring for $10 million when he's a fighter. He fights for a living. That's how he gets paid and feeds his family. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense now, does it? At this point, it's more than fair to say that Jermall Charlo is single-handedly destroying his boxing career with his own hands, or better yet, with David Benavidez's hands. I mean, even the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson, told Jermall Charlo to his face, "You scared of the Mexican monster, David Benavidez." If that doesn't wake up Jermall Charlo, I don't know what will. He'd rather pause and put his career on hold for a fighter that's not willing to fight him. A fighter that has already turned down $50 million to fight him. A fighter that has already vacated the WBC world title in order to avoid to fight him. He'd rather continue chasing Canelo for the past 8 years, till this day, to no prevail, instead of turning his attention to the Mexican monster, the champion of the people with or without a belt, David Benavidez, a fighter that's willing to hop in the lion's den. Now all of a sudden, Jermall Charlo is no longer a lion. What happened to the lions only? David Benavidez is what happened. Jermall Charlo is literally ruining the brand. Listen, I know Jose Benavidez Sr. personally. He's a very, very respectful man. So for Jermall Charlo to pick on him is sad on so many different levels, to say the least. Meanwhile, he doesn't want to pick on David Benavidez. You literally can't make this up. Therefore, I don't want to hear no excuses, from vaccination to weight, to not fighting anybody younger than 25, to not having anything to offer as far as a belt or money. Because when it came to a belt, Andrade had it. Charlo wasn't interested. In fact, he told Demetrius Andrade, "Fight my leftovers first, Montiel." Then ironically today, Jermall Charlo is fighting Demetrius Andrade leftovers in Selesky. You really can't make this up. Now that's when it comes to the belt excuse. But when it came to the money excuse, first of all, Jermall Charlo turned down his biggest payday against Demetrius Andrade for $7 million. Second of all, speaking of today, the biggest money fight for Charlo, outside of Canelo Alvarez, is no other than David Benavidez. That's obvious, with or without a belt. So what Charlo keeps going on about, the fight is not big enough. You got Tyson calling David Benavidez the Mexican monster, and you think the fight is not big enough? Let's stop the cap. Charlo is fighting Selesky next. Andrade leftovers. So you telling me David Benavidez is not a big fight, but Selesky is. Like Devin Haney said, They say everything but let's fight. Charlo was on record saying that he's gonna break David Benavidez's neck. As soon as David Benavidez caught his bluff, Jermall Charlo has been backtracking ever since. So I don't want to hear no excuses. If David Benavidez is too big, then why was Jermall Charlo barking to begin with? If you are willing to bark, then we are expecting you to bite as well. If not, Jermall Charlo will turn his career into the man who cried wolf. With the facts being laid out, we caught up with David Benavidez immediately after he pushed Jermall Charlo when he was cursing out his father/trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr. So check it out, subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.
Hey, yeah, tell me what happened between you.
Right there talking shit to my dad, so I pulled up on him. I told him what's up with it, man.
Well, they rolled up on you or you rolled up on them?
Nah, he came over here. He's not even supposed to be sitting here. He's on the other side.
And which one was it?
Who was up? The heavier one. You know what I mean? The one at 160. But I ain't nobody pull up to me like that. I told him let's get it. If he wants to get it right here, and he didn't want to do nothing. He waited till his people pulled him back, then he make a big. You know, that's why y'all just some bitches. They love running their fucking mouth, and they don't like to do nothing.
See, man, y'all gonna have to get it on eventually, bro.
He don't want to move up and wait, though. He don't want to move up and wait. He know what's up. He know what's up.
So is that the end of it, or you think it's gonna be more conflict between you guys? Is it to a point where you guys can't be around each other?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna buy him a pillow. You gotta buy two. They come two.
I'm gonna fuck his ass up.
It's coming with two. They don't come by themselves.
Fuck his ass up.
All right, man. Thanks, bro.